Hold on, I'll be another couple minutes. I dropped something behind my desk that I need. It fell very much into a bunch of cobwebs. Apparently. Well, maybe not. Okay, yeah, they're cobwebs. I forgot about this area of my desk every time I. Yeah, I I'm downloading Windows 11 tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to stream Thursday, unless things go terribly wrong with the update and I can't get anything running, which technically that's always a chance. But yeah, finally giving in and deciding to get used to it, because yeah, I mean, we only have like a year left on Windows 10 anyway. Okay, I think I got it. Completely, well, somewhat related to what I dropped. I abbreviated the word assorted, but with the first three letters on this flash drive, and it makes me laugh every time. It reminds me of working at a library. You get a lot of books where you get a whole lot of books where they put something on the title and it makes it just say ass or something instead of like assassin or assorted, and it's great. And you know they definitely do that intentionally, at least some of the time. It's fantastic. But yeah, that is basically the situation we have on my flash drive right now. It's great. But yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick because now they have a ton of cobwebs on them, so that's fun. Be right back. Well, not a ton, a little bit. Okay. Do I need this? No, this should be charging now. Where's my chapstick? I spent the time I would normally spend. I spent the time I would normally spend grabbing chapstick, just searching for the thing I dropped behind my desk. Now that I look at it, it's in exactly the same spot as when I dropped it the first time. So you know what? I should move that. This is much better. Okay, there we go. Everything everything is right in the world. No, it's not. Hold on. I don't have my phone. I need at least some device on me. I don't like being completely away from them in case I get an important call, stuff like that. Not like I check the phone during it, but I always need something for phone calls. Okay, so we're doing burner designing. We need to do yellow and purple science today, which shouldn't be that hard because we have the general idea for purple science down. We just need to figure out where to get the resources for both of them. But I think the assemblers themselves are fairly straightforward. We just need to feed them like entire belts of resources. But yeah, apparently 3 science per second is actually not a ton, or 3 to 4 science per second. Why? Where's my mouse? Oh, wow. That's some extreme muscle memory. I put my mouse like it. I had something on my desk, so my mouse is like 6 inches over from where it normally was. Well, it just not much, but it just made it really hard to find it, just for some bizarre reason. I guess I just I sit here often enough that I just expect it to always be in the same spot. Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, purple science. So we did some quote unquote math the other day, as in we pasted this and said how much do we need. So I believe this is all the utility science we need. 6 assemblers. Same for purple. If we ever need more, which I don't think we will, we can produce extra using these original assemblers. So they can kind of offset it if I decide I need to expand it at some point. That can add. It's not a ton, but I think it can make the difference Yeah, it can add like 33% more. So I can get up to, research-wise, which is the thing that matters here, is up to 4.5 science per second, which is pretty decent. What I have here is probably enough. What is that? 3 times 1.2. So yeah, it's about a little over 3.5. But if we get the other one in, it's about a little under 5 per second. Both of those, all of the numbers work though. We're just doing a little bit overproduction right now, so that way we can make up for some slower production later if we decide to like divert our resources. So we need more blue chips. We actually have a very solid blue chip lane. Although now that I know that this isn't super reliable, I can't hear anything. There's no sound. I'm sorry, there's been no sound for like 5 minutes while I was messing around with my... Oh, there's literally nothing. There's basically no sound at all while I was messing around with my flash drive. Okay, messing around is not the right word. Losing it? Losing the flash drive, not losing myself. Losing my sanity. Maybe a little bit of that. Yeah, I would like to see if we can think of a better blue design, because I think this is limited by green chips. So that gives me a terrible idea, but it is an idea. What if we double side it somehow, or like somehow make this grab from 2 assembly machines? Because that's something I did not consider, because I didn't realize. Let's see. Let's find the analysis tool. Wait, will that work? No, they're backed up. What's the easiest way to clear the belt for this? This will work? Yeah, this will work. We don't really need this many, but that's fine. Okay, because I need them all to run, because I need to run the analysis tool, and these don't run? Do we not get enough red chips? Oh. Interesting. I'm out of cable? Okay, I have absolutely no idea what happened. I don't think this is possible in an actual run. I think it had to do with me duplicating a stage at some point. Pretty sure it's just a weird byproduct of the staged mod. I don't know exactly what, but yeah, it's obviously some kind of byproduct of the stage mod. Because it's pretty much impossible. It's literally impossible for like this one to brown out. Literally, like I don't think there's any situation where this can brown out normally, unless it's a red belt, and it's obviously not. But we can probably run the analysis tool now, so let's give that a shot. Okay, so these are running at like half speed, which makes sense. What are they limited by? They're limited by iron, right? I'm fairly certain these are perfectly limited by iron, so increasing cables doesn't really do anything. We can decrease the cost of this lane. We haven't done that yet. I haven't decided yet which is better. Because on the one hand, we can decrease the cost of a lane slightly by building every other furnace can be a stone furnace, and it still has the exact ratio, I think, that it needs. The only downside of that I can really think of is that it uses more coal that way. So over a long period of time, it does technically waste more coal. I don't think it's going to be significant to matter. Like, it's probably going to amount to 1 or 2 extra furnace lanes running the entire run, which is what, like 5 fuel per second. I don't think it's a consideration I have to have. But that's why I've been keeping them as steel lanes. But on the other hand, they do also increase the startup time because they're all they buffer more copper before everything starts working. Because I don't have 24, I believe. But yeah, it looks like these don't run still. That's weird. Actually, no, it's not weird. These aren't working. I think I don't actually send enough to it. Or maybe I should like split it. Because this also is dead. Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't think this is never mind. The issues I'm having aren't a flaw with my blue chip lane. I was worried we were under sending red chips to the blue chip lane, but yeah, there's no way. These just aren't running. How many are I sending? Am I sending? This entire lane. Okay, so that's 3.7. At max, this consumes 3.2, but it works at half speed. So yeah, it's more than enough for that. But yeah, I think it would be possible to double-side it or maybe stagger the furnaces. That could work. It's like, what if we move these a little bit closer together? Like a normal lane here. Then a normal lane here. Then we move this together. I don't think we can really get the inserters there, but I mean the idea is here. Input, 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 input. Yeah. We cannot get enough inserters for this to work, can we? I don't know. It has promise because this would effectively double the speed that I can get, or not double the speed. It would probably give me like half the, no, not even half the density. It would probably increase the density by like 10%. So it's not a major save if I can't get it working, but it looks very possible. Until I place the inserters, and then it doesn't look possible at all. Yeah, this is why it looks less possible. This could be up here, but then I think we don't have entity savings anymore, because realistically it needs to be in this footprint. I don't think I can pass coal between that, right? That would be really cool, but I'm fairly certain that I can't. Yeah, okay. I was fairly confident about that, but you never know. Had to test anyway. If this was staggered, I think we could work it out. Like, what if this looked like... Wait, can we stagger this? Maybe. Well, then we have the iron issue still. But we might be able to fit iron here now. So something like this looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. What kind of density improvements does this have, though? It's way less wide, actually. That's pretty nice. Way less wide. Same height, though, for some reason. Oh, yeah, because the furnaces don't add to the height. So this is not significant, actually, now that I look at it. It does save on prod modules, which is kind of cool, especially if I start using yellow assemblers. I mean, that's pretty significant, like 10% extra blue chips for free almost in that case. Without, extra module costs, but it's not that important. And then this doesn't have an input. Okay, so the only way this works is if the furnace lanes come from this side, which isn't impossible, but it's definitely not great. Especially since it's supposed to tessellate right here. Okay, so yeah, this is it's not gonna work out. Thought the idea was there. But my aphantasia strikes again. My visualization is not very good or existent. So usually when I have the ideas, they're just like thinking like numbers. I can't actually see how they fit together, which is fun. Yeah, I think that would explain why that didn't pan out. Okay, so we need to do this. Okay, so we need 6 assemblers. We can definitely make it more compact. I would like to also fit yellow in here, which I think is going to require us to like fold things awkwardly, which isn't awful, but it's not great. Okay, so let's look at the numbers that we need. And then someone pointed out we don't actually need 2 of the rails, so that's nice. Okay, so we need 1 lane of steel and 1 lane of stone and 1 lane of sticks. Is that really all we needed? I just assumed rails were like way more throughput heavy. I mean, I guess they are. These are like productivity module 3s, which I still don't know if we're going to use prod 3s or if we're using prod 2s, but does that change my numbers at all? I think there's excess rail production, right? Yeah, there's excess rail production, so if I do use prod 2s, I can still produce fast enough for it to be fine. We're not input limited by anything either, so we are totally fine. Okay, so these are in logic. Our goal is to get, we need to get 8 beacons. We can possibly do more, which will not really be that helpful, but we can probably fit it. Okay, so we need rails, which needs sticks and stone and steel. At what speed? Also, wait. 3.5, 4.8. I think this actually does need a little bit of beacon production for it to actually work full speed, doesn't it? That produces 3. This consumes like 3.6. So we actually do need 1 beacon. Okay, 1 beacon's perfect. It's not... I don't really care about the production of the assembler. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough inserters more than anything. So 1.8, that means we need a fully running inserter. 3 fully running inserters for this to work. I don't love that. I could do self-feeding. Yeah, we're going to have logic here. We can do self-feeding pretty easily. So we can do sticks, stone, and I guess steel can be here. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. Where else can we get steel? Not sure. Let's keep them in line for now, though. Okay, where can I put beacons? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow, it's not hard to get enough beacons on this. Okay, I was kind of worried. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be a concern. Okay, so if we could get it to tessellate vertically, that would be very nice. So let's try to move some of these beacons around. And can I shift this over? Because if I shift this over, then I can get a beacon in there, and that's actually that's really good. And there's a possibility we can actually shift this down, which lets us get 3 beacons on this side. I don't know if that's good, but it looks like, oh, it looks like it works better for these. Okay, I think I like that. Now, if I could use a splitter here, we can actually save an underground, because this can just be a steel and coal belt, no problem. Wait. Remember how I said we don't have throughput issues? We have throughput issues. Because if these are self-feeding, then there's throughput problems. So we actually need supplement. That's not a problem though, because we're probably gonna have two rows. So yeah, we can just supplement. We can supplement steel wherever. I think that'll work well. And then make that an underground. Make this one an underground. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, and then we don't need that one. Okay, how many is this? That's 6. That's pretty decent. Then we don't need the speed mods there. This is producing more than enough. We'll worry about wires later, and then this needs an output. So I'm thinking sushi, honestly, for these, since it's so low throughput. Because that's 0.12 plus the coal. There's no reason not to do sushi here. So that would look like, so can this go up a tile? I'm not sure how this tessellates yet. Let's build it first. Oh, if possible, I would like to send it down, but I don't think we can send it down. We might have to send it horizontally, which is totally workable. I mean, we can send it down once. We just can't send down, a series of them. Yeah, this could be a sushi belt. I think, especially since everything's going through the middle, that works fine. Okay, how many beacons is this? This is 10 beacons? I don't think we can even use 10 beacons, can we? That needs 4.26. Yeah, we can't even run 10 beacons. There's literally no reason to do that. Okay, what about this? 2.8. Okay, so that can fit another beacon. Maybe I do something like this. Oh, wait. Hold up. This is... Okay, this is a little bit lower than I like. But I think the idea is there. Yeah, no, wait, this is awesome. I think. Can I move this over a tile? I don't think I can move this over a tile. I thought this was going to mirror perfectly. And it almost does. It's very close to mirroring perfectly. Unfortunately, we are like... Actually, wait. 3.57. Honestly, this is pretty close. Oh, I wasn't accounting for this one. I didn't realize that would power across. Oh, okay. That's actually... This is actually really nice. Okay, so this looks pretty compact. And then we'll worry about entity savings later. Let's see if we can copy it up. Yeah, what's up, Eagle? Welcome. We're doing the red chip, the blue science build. Purple science right now, which seems to be coming along a lot nicer than I thought it was. Okay, do these all have the same amount of production? 12 sources, 12 sources, 12 sources. Okay, perfect. We can technically get a little bit more production because this is at 3.75. Actually, no, I don't think we can. Because these are a maximum of 1.8 each. Wait, I missed an input inserter. Which is actually not a problem at all. Never mind. I thought that was gonna cause problems. Okay, this Tesla's pretty nice. You picked up 2 heavy boxes from the post office today. Want to take a guess as to its contents? What's heavy? Is it a life-size Factorio assembler? No, that seems unrealistic. A steel axe. That's one of my guesses. Or like my second guess would be like something for a computer, like a heatsink, or like a 4090. 4090 is probably freaking heavy, right? It's somewhat Factorio related. Not 4090. Is computer parts the thing? Is it like a... Is it a 7050 950? That one's pretty Factorio related. 7800 times 2? 2 of them? What's the second one for? One for a server? That's pretty nice though. That sounds like a very good Factorio run. 70. Oh wait. Oh, I see what you mean. 7800X and a 7800X. I like how X is also in both of them. I love A&D naming schemes. Also, haven't we cycled around? Like, isn't the 7000 series also like a really old AMD GPU? Because I feel like we've come full circle. But that sounds great. Congrats on the new components. You're new to AMD. I think AMD... I've been using AMD chips for a long time. I've never actually used an AMD graphics card. They seem really solid. The only thing is with streaming, it's really... They can't compete with the NVIC chip. Otherwise, I feel like I would 100% go AMD if I were to get a new graphics card. Why did I break this? Yeah, I've never... Wait, have I used one? I think I used like a RAID. I think I used one a long time ago. But that was on like my family's computer. Is this correct? I think this is. Okay, so... I did say I wanted it vertical, and I guess I have this option, don't I? Do I? I do. Hold up, I do have this option. Okay. Okay, does that work? I guess we'll test it. We're just gonna give everything nuclear fuel for now. We will worry about the feeding later. This is supposed to circle. This is a sushi belt. Oh wait, that's not too bad. Is it too bad? I think if we use a red belt, it can work. You had to carry both boxes all the way home, slept for 3 hours. I can see that. Depending on how far you have to go, that's probably like a few pounds, right? And just large. Because I feel like each of them is probably, yeah, it's probably like 5+ pounds. Wait, 30 kilograms. What? Wait, what? um, what, was there more there? I do not know what could possibly add an extra 25 kilograms to that. Oh, a whole new PC and monitor. Okay. I thought you were making your own. I thought you were just like adding that to something you already had. Gotcha. That makes way more sense. And also very bulky to bring home. So at least you don't have to work out today. That's always something. Can I go through here? I think I can, right? All I have to do is shift this over. Wait, could I have gone more beacons? I think I can save beacons pretty easily. Well, okay, I think I think it was just those two because they were actually copied wrong. Never mind. Thought I was onto something, but I already accounted for that. But yeah, now this is the whole reason we just did that. Now we can loop it, and now we have sushi. I'm hoping to. I'm actually there's a deal right now for getting a 7600, so I'm thinking I might actually go grab that. The X3D, because I have my other components are pretty good. All I would need to replace is the motherboard and stuff, which is very very attainable now. Much appreciated. Yeah, we'll. I imagine I'll be able to. That'll be like probably 50 to 100% more for the builds or for this kind of base. So I think I think the 16-hour goal is very attainable. Because I imagine a 7600 would save. Yeah, I don't know if it will be 100. It's hard to trust the benchmarks because like they usually test them at smaller ones. But like the ones that test at like a mega base, like an ultra mega base like this one, the benchmarks say it should be like at least 50 to 8. Which is still huge. That means I can get an extra 2 million green chips per hour, which is literally like an hour. An hour or two. So yeah, I don't know why I said it like it wasn't that much. Like it's only almost double, right? I don't understand what exactly cache is and why it has that big of a difference, but I'm not complaining. Also, hello Pantaboo, welcome. Your old build was Intel i7 9700K and a 2080. Wait, were those... Is the 2080 that old? That it... I mean, not... It's not that old. That's like they release a new gen like every year or two, but... Is the 20,000 series just been around for that long that the 9700 was like... around there? 9700. Dang. Yeah, I guess they're up to 4070 now, so I don't know why I'm surprised. Cache is like RAM, but faster and closer. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Considering Factorio is super... People say Factorio is so RAM heavy. Or, not RAM heavy, but benefits a lot from latency. Or RAM improvements. Okay, these are flipped, these are flipped. RAM late... Yeah, that's a better... RAM latency and speed, those are the words. I cannot think of anything other than amount, and it's like, well, that's not the one that matters. Do we have substations by this point? No, we don't. We don't even have medium power poles, so why am I using them? Actually, why am I even powering things? We never power things. Okay, super substation and infinity accumulator. This should work. Okay. I think everything's flipped the right way, so we'll just give it our best shot. And that's why he specifically chose the 7800 X3D. I was looking into it and I couldn't figure out like what the difference was between the two. Because the 70X, I mean, they seem very comparable, just in general. I know there was a while where they said if you wanted to use the 7950 for gaming, you had to like disable some of the cores while gaming. But I think that was like a year ago, right, when it came out. So I feel like it's smarter, but I don't know if it's. I don't think the improvement's that huge, right? If you're only doing gaming, at least. Pretty sure the difference is fairly negligible. Why do I keep doing this? Why haven't I learned? Steel. Sticks. And stone is here. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. But yeah, I remember there was a lot of talk when they first came out about like disabling cores to make it functional. But I think it does that. I've heard it does it automatically, but I don't know if it's perfect. So people still might be disabling them. Fuel in the belts. Yeah, I need fuel in the belts, but I don't want to set up logic right now until after I confirm the inserters are actually connected right. Because moving logic is a little bit annoying. So I just want to make sure everything's connected first, and then we'll do the fuel in the belt. Okay, and then this, we can just, I think for now, what we'll do is this. We'll just give it infinite productivity modules. And infinite furnaces? Is it furnaces? Yeah, furnaces. Okay. Yeah, this is a stress test at the moment to see if my numbers are actually correct. Which does remind me, do we have stack size yet? We don't. Okay, so technically this is only going to produce 2 per second when it starts. Okay, do we think we got everything? Maybe. Yeah, I think we don't technically have stack size 3 at this point, but we're pretty close. That's what most of this is going to fix. That's not a good sign. Okay, that's an easy fix. Never mind. Okay, we're not too bad off. I just forgot those two, I think. Pretty sure if I had looked on the other side, it would have been fine. I got stack size, right? Yeah. Is my math off? Oh, wait. Oh, this produces 70% faster. No, not 70%. It only needs 70% of what it's producing. So yeah, this one's actually going to be backing up. This shouldn't be though. This is a problem. This one should have the perfect ratio, right? Unless, did I actually, oh, I gave it another beacon. Okay, so we're actually fine. We can even probably save like 5 beacons if 4 beacons if I really wanted to, because we can't actually benefit from all of these. So now they should be producing 3 per second. Now they shouldn't be backing up. It's possible they still will by like a small amount. That's totally fine if it backs that up. Okay, honestly, this is really clean. I don't know why. I didn't expect it to actually work. We didn't have faith in this one. This is way smaller than I expected, though. Like, this was my rough placements that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use about this much space, and this is what it looks like. So I mean, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, now let's do fuel. Now that it seems to be fine. The top rail assembler is missing the stone input. Is it still missing it? It is, thank you. Oh, that's why I had this space. Wait. There we go. I was staring real hard at that, trying to figure out where the heck it connected. Because I was trying to connect Stowe to purple, and it just, it wasn't working for some reason. Okay, so this is pretty simple logic. So that part's nice. These will probably be on the same belt too, so we can do this. Where's the splitter at? There we go. And honestly, the throughput is low enough that I can just be lazy and just go away. There we go. I was getting a phone call. Yay, spam. Where's the splitter? Or what do I need to splitter out? Does it matter? I don't think it does. Okay, so we don't use even close to half the throughput, so I can just say both of these less than 1 and it will work. It doesn't. Wait. I messed them up, but conceptually the idea is there. But yeah, technically this isn't going to do a 50-50 split. This will do like a 25-50 split. But because we don't need the production, that's totally worth it. Okay, now we can give it infinity. Why did I delete those? There we go. But yeah, I imagine they'll be on the same belt. Prod modules, and then we need what else? Prod modules and furnaces. Okay, we can just sideload those. Okay, so these are using a full belt. This is using a full belt. Is everything using a full belt? Oh, how do I tell? How do I tell? I wish the numbers were accurate. They're all less than 1 belt. That's what matters. They're less than 1 belt. Okay, so we can just say it's good. I don't know where steel is at this point in the run, so we're just gonna ignore it. I don't think the side matters here. Now we do need logic, so I should actually distribute coal over here instead. Using... Should we use our updated version? I think we should use our updated version that limits the fuel throughput, because the starting time for this is actually not that high. Okay, and then I have a mod. It lets you drag things around. What's that called? It's called like the nudge tool. Wait, I know how to tell. Picker dollies. I've never used picker dollies before, but it sounds really useful right now. I do not know the button for it. Yo, what's up, Tice? Picker dolly. Dolly? I'm so confused. Is it not a button? Shift arrow key? That does seem to be the button. Maybe. Stage blueprint, map, picker dollies. That's this one right here, right? I don't see anything else, unless it's under per players. Oh, you can't move belts? Okay. Well then, never mind. I've never used that before. Never used that before. I just assumed I would be able to. Okay, good to know. And then this, I mean, this is really easy logic to set up, so it's not a huge deal. Enable if solid fuel is less than, let's do less than 2. And we can give it a full belt. That should be fine. Actually, wait. No, we want to limit it. We want to sideload it here. Actually, no, we want to sideload it here. That way I can manage it better. There we go. Okay, this sideload is important to make sure that the throughput is limited as much as it can be. Although I think it doesn't matter that much with this having 2 sides. Or with this limiting it horizontally. I think the sideload would matter more if I was limiting it here. But yeah, it only makes a difference of a tile. I don't even think it will make the build bigger. Okay, we do an input prio on the left, output on the right. Perfect. It doesn't actually matter where we output right now, though, so that's nice. Okay, so we need to split it 4 times, which we have a couple different ways we can do that. This one, or we can use splitters. Ooh, wait. Oh, that's on the right side of the belt. That's cool. I wasn't expecting to be able to sideload that. Okay, sticks and steel. I don't love that, actually. I like it here. I don't like it here. We might actually sideload them up top instead. So that way it works a little bit better. I'm just realizing these aren't actually mirrored from each other. So hopefully that's fine. I mean, it's not going to make any practical difference. I think it's just gonna, it might bother some people. Maybe I'll fix it. Let's do, actually it'll also make it really hard to fix things. We'll try to keep a pattern. We'll do steel, stone, steel, and sticks in that order. Those should be fine. So that goes here, steel, go up. And then how did we do this one? Okay, that's weird. There's definitely more elegant ways to do that input. There would have to be. That's too messy. Okay, and then the rest of the stone, or the rest of the coal can go up top. Now this one I think we might actually pass through. Actually, wait, that doesn't work. It does not work. How do I sideload this? Doesn't work. Did I break something? Oh. Oh, right. This only, okay. What are our options here? We could give it a full belt. That would work. Or we can just sideload it like a normal person. I don't know why I described that as like a normal person. I don't think that would have been anyone's go-to. But it does work better than the other one did, so that counts for something. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Okay, this is actually way more limited than I want it to be, though. Let's do 3. I think 3 is a good balance. Okay, it should be good now. Will you go for prod 3s? I have prod 3s in here right now. I don't know if I need them. Oh, in green circuits? No, definitely not in green circuits. Prod 3s are incredibly expensive. I'm output limited, so I think the most I can benefit from is maybe prod 2s, but I don't actually benefit past that. Even if I can make it work, the inserter limit is a problem because of UPS. Well, it's one of those things where the amount of the performance hit you would take to get prod 3s up and running in the amount you need probably is going to have a greater impact on performance, or at least a significant impact on performance. Prod 2s are an option though. Prod 2s are being considered. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, those ones are a possibility. Can I delete this? Does that fix everything? I can delete it with the cost of... Oh, wait, I know what to do. Yeah, as long as we never change that wire, we should be fine. Especially because they slow down the assembler. They actually don't slow it down enough. I end up being output limited if I rely too heavily on that, which feels weird. But if I double up on the inserters, doubling up on output inserters is way worse for performance than doubling up on input inserters because of how I have to do the buffers. Because it's basically, right, you want to save UPS, right? That's the goal. So this is how I do the buffers, and it's really the only way to do a buffer with these. And these are like constantly running, so having this just adds a lot more inserters that are running. And I don't think the extra bonus is that significant. I'll need to do some math with prod 2s to see if they work. I could do like, maybe I'll do like one prod 2 and a bunch of prod 1s. Not sure. I thought there was a throughput issue. Maybe that's only in the early point. Okay, there's actually throughput issues with prod 2s. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's assembler 4s. Yeah, assembler 4s are the ones that have the problem. Good call. But yeah, it's prod 2s that apparently have the throughput issue. But yeah, at the moment, no plans for that because I mean, you've seen the recipe for that, right? You want assembler 3s in the green circuit outposts? Of course, yeah. They're really cheap. They're really cheap, and they let you get like 8% production more for all it costs is a little bit of extra electricity. But like the cost of these, pretty darn cheap, right? Versus your idea is this, right? So these two comparisons. Wait, with prod 1s? Oh, right. I can't look at this one. With these ones, they're actually not iron. These are iron limited. The other ones aren't. It's really weird. The prods are confusing. But yeah, currently the outpost is designed around assembler 3s. Are you sure they take a speed mod? Prod 3s take like 60, 80 speed mods, don't they? Actually, wait, how much did they actually take? I never remember this. Is it 20? Let's see, 4 times 5. Yeah, 20. But prod 2s, these are literally like a fifth of the cost. So these are an option. Those ones are much more viable. But yeah, we'll see. I might play around. I think what I'll end up doing is I'll look at how much overhead I have left in my main base that I can like work with. And see if I can actually justify being able to produce enough prod 2s. As we'll imagine what it'll boil down to. Oh, you forgot they can only take 2 modules. Gotcha. Yeah, that definitely changes things too. Okay, is this working yet? No. I didn't connect stone. Okay, and then these need to be on logic. So which ones need to be on logic? These. And pretty much every inserter here. How did you forget that? What I was working on? Very easily. Oh, this is awful to connect. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna attach every inserter. I think that sounds so much more pleasant. It is not gonna have a pattern, but it's gonna work, and that's what matters. Okay, and now can this reach? Oh, it can. That was the wrong inserter, but it can reach. But yeah, we'll definitely be looking more into that later, because there probably is, like, there's definitely some optimal level. Another thing that someone did point out is efficiency modules might be an option too, especially in the wire assemblers, because the wire assemblers, I believe, were limited by wire inserter speed and iron production and iron smelting or something like that right now. So there's always an option. I can decrease the power consumption of specifically the assembler, the copper wire assemblers, and it might be fine. Is this everything? I don't think I connected the two sides. Okay, and now we delete it and then it doesn't work. Okay, so solid fuel greater than 3. Don't read hand contents. Thank you. How do we check this? There has to be a better way, right? I don't know, maybe there's not a better way. But this doesn't feel like a good way. Okay, now we delete it and we paste it. Let it filter. This is, for some reason, it's not sending a signal though, which is really weird. This seems to be working fine. Honestly, with how much this is split, I probably don't need to have this secondary logic here. We could also increase the saturation speed, but I don't think that's probably not a concern, is it? Over safety. Oh my god. I see why they're not working. I accidentally clicked, I didn't type 3. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I mean, I know where they're not working now, but they should have been working when I first set the logic. Okay, so this will take a while to populate because we can't really speed up the game much right now. I think we can do like ×2 speed. 50% more speed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's do yellow science, which I don't think is going to be anything special. But I want to get an idea of how much space we have to work with right now. Delete these. Go back to this layer. Let's shift it down. Okay, so purple science we can probably fit here. We can also fit it up here. It doesn't matter that much. That gives us a few options for yellow science. We can't fit it this way because I do want this. This does need to go through the middle of our base. Although we can probably shift it if I really need to be. Like, I think I can place it here. This is supposed to be the building train, or one of the building trains. I still don't know if we'll need that, but I have it just in case. We'll need a building train for the main outpost. I don't know if we need a... I'm not sure if we'll actually be using trains to move resources around. Because, like, what I've built so far, this stuff would probably all be connected by hand still. Because we only have, like, 10 lanes of resources up here. Or 10 to 20 on each side. Which is hard to justify a train connection for. But we'll see. We might be able to design all of these around trains. We do have the train design, though, just in case we decide to use it. It just goes on the edge of the base, so it's nothing too troublesome. Yeah, is there a footprint that makes it easier? I think realistically, this comes from... I think realistically, we have to flip all of the belts. And that's why I put every inserter on logic. Because if every inserter is in logic, I don't have to think about if it's coming towards it or if it's a trailing or leading inserter, you know. So that's why I just put everything there, because then it doesn't matter. Because realistically, this will go here. We'll get more steel, sticks, and iron from the top, and then the bottom will get productivity modules and furnaces. Yeah, that's a very easy fix, actually. So I will go there, which gives us... I can't place it, but it gives us this square to work with. Okay, how many tiles is that? Do I have a tape measure? I do have the tape measure tool, right? I've never used it. I really want to use it right now, but I can't find it. Tape line. Oh, it's this one. The one that looks like a ruler. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, we have about a 30 by 30 tile area to work with. That's good enough. Good enough. How are these working? They're not. The startup time is going to be very high for this. We could speed it up, actually. Because what I could do is I could put coal here, speed it up, and then, like, maybe disable those later. Does that bypass the logic? I don't know if that breaks the logic. Honestly, it doesn't matter, though. Okay. This is what we have to work with for yellow science. So yellow science has all the inputs, so all we actually need is a few assemblers, 2 input inserters probably, and then an output inserter. So literally like this is all we need. And then I don't know if it'll come from both sides or not, but we'll give both options. Maybe one might be more beacon friendly. Okay. And then this can output, we can also output on the other side. That works fine as well. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have trouble fitting in this space though. And then because, honestly, I have this mindset right now that we need 6 assemblers, but since we can do extra beacons, we can probably do more than that, right? Okay. I have no idea. How many beacons can you fit on a... How many beacons can you fit on a single assembler? I've never actually tried to fit a ton. Ideally, I want to get up to 4. Not 4. I want to bring it down to 4 total. But I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see. 6.5. Yeah, we need to get it up to 7.5, which means we would need 2 more beacons to reach our goal. We could use speed mods. We could definitely use speed mods. Or better speed mods. That's an option. Can we move anything? I feel like we could probably fit one more. No, is this the maximum thing? Can you do, is that the maximum beacon? I feel like 12 sounds right. Yeah, no, this is probably right. That gives us 0.7. That is so close to our goal. How many speed 2s do we need to make it work? That's more than I want. Okay, we can reach our goal with probably 4 speed 2s. Especially since we're mirroring it. That actually makes it incredibly cheap. The cost right now isn't the... If anyone's wondering, the cost right now is not the cost of the speed 2s. That's not a concern at all. It's the cost of not having speed 2 assemblers that I'm worried about right now. But we'll survive. That's not too bad. Feel like inputs can come from the side pretty easily. And then this can be RoboFrames. If I can shift it up a tile. Wait, that's no longer powered. If I can shift it down a tile. Can I shift this? Not working as well as I would like. But this is the footprint that I'm trying to build it in right now. Actually, is there a better... I think there's a better spot I can place the speed 2s. Because if I place them on the X in the middle, I think we can make do with 6 speed 2s total? For the production goal we have? That's actually... this is very nice. Let's see. This powers that one. This is in the wrong spot. 3.05. Perfect. That's a little bit, even a little bit more than we thought. Oh wait, that's why. It's not supposed to be. Perfect. Okay, this is exactly in ratio with the purple science. Does it fit in the corner? Yes, it does. Okay, now we just need to figure out the inputs. And then these are not working. This doesn't get sticks. Oh, that's that would do it. Very easy fix. The inserters are disabled every time they grab fuel. I really don't love that, but... So this might actually be worse. This might actually be bad logic for this kind of design. The idea is there, it's just I don't think we need the artificial limiting. I think we should just be sending a full belt of fuel instead. Especially for such a small build. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Delete this. This is the same Honestly, it's somehow wider, which is weird. I think it's because everything's on the inside rather than like the outside, so it just feels worse. Okay, but we need 3 resources going in and 1 going out. Can we share a belt for this? Let's see. Input, input. I don't think we can share belts because we need fuel. Can we do sushi? Not like that. 0.7, 2.1, 1.4. We can do sushi. Very viably. Self-feeding sushi too. Pretty simple logic for that as well. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, I believe. So all we need is an input here and an output. Input and 1 output. Wait, does that have enough speed? Technically, yes. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, and then if I move this, does that get out of beacon range? I can move it 1 tile to the right if that's easier to work with. I don't know if it is, but yeah, I can definitely move it over here. Okay, so the idea is to just have sushi circle around. Very, very simple idea. And then we only need 1 thing on logic here, or 1 inserter each for logic. Very, very straightforward. So this one is same as before, or similar logic as before, but with this one we're reading for solid fuel is greater than 1. Because we just need to make sure there's some solid fuel in it before they activate. And these have read and hold. But this lets us, this kind of logic, you can't grab from an underground. It's also a little bit more performance heavy, but obviously for small builds, that's not a concern. 4 inserters on logic are not going to make or break things. For larger builds like this or the one we do for the outpost, I don't want to do things like that because that would end up being like a few thousand inserters, but we can definitely spare 4. We did not copy the logic though, somehow. I don't actually know how. Wait, greater than 0? Yeah, greater than 0 is what I need. Okay. And then we might need to move a couple of the beacons around. I might have to spend a couple. I might have to buy a couple extra beacons. Maybe buy is not the right word there. If we have things, on the correct side of the belt, we can sideload the sushi here. We could also sideload on the inside. And then how do we, wait, I'm outputting onto the sushi belt. Is that a bad idea? Can that break things? I think it's fine, right? Like it's not fantastic, but I don't think there's a huge problem with that. Because let's see, this is producing 3 per second, right? As long as we buffer it, it will be impossible for it to back up. And it's producing 3 per second. So even with 1 chest, this will take 4 hours to back up and research should be done by then. So we can output onto the belt, or we can just output onto a new belt. Like no trouble either. Yeah, I think we should just output on a new belt. I don't think we gain a ton trying to be stingy there. Then yellow science, let's see, it'll probably go to the left. Okay. There you go, yellow science. Can I actually get them to be on the same side? Because that would be really nice. I think I can, it's just a weird a weird belt angle. Okay, so this is awful. This looks pretty darn awful. The advantage of this is it lets me have this tile open for side loading. That's it. That's the only reason I would use this. Which I actually do want that tile open for side loading, so we might actually do that. Wait, we can't read this belt. Does sushi work if you read the belt before? I think it technically does. No, no, that sounds like a bad idea. Okay. What can we do to make this work? So we can shift that up. It doesn't do anything, but it looks cooler. Which accounts for something. We'll send this through. We'll send this through. I don't see a good way to sushify this. Should I just do the sushi on the side? Am I overthinking it? Yeah, we have so much space to work with. It literally doesn't matter. Okay. We're not going to do anything with like 4 tiles at the bottom. I'm going to use it. So now my idea is to just have this like go through and then go back up. I think this is all we need to do. This lets us sideload everything we need with like 2 tiles down here, which is totally fine. I'm second guessing it. I am slightly second guessing it. Also, can I output into a different spot? I would actually rather it go through. Let's see, these are all powered. Yeah, okay, let's shift this down. I actually want it to just be a straight line here. Just for my own sanity at least. Input, copy this, let's move it up. It doesn't affect the performance at all, but I want it to be a little cleaner. Okay, there we go. Now these can go straight through, and can we shift these up? No. Okay. Underground, yellow science. I think this is fine. We haven't buffered any sciences yet, so I really need to set those buffers up. Buffering most things isn't worth it, but anything super low throughput like science, totally worth buffering. Okay, that's good. How do we do this sushi? I think like this. Yeah, I think this works. I don't love coming around the corner like this, but I don't think it breaks things, so it should be fine. There we go, and then... there has to be a more compact way to do this. I think we can shift it up a tile if I really want to. Which I kind of do. Let's see if we can make that work. Oh yeah, 100% we can make that work. I don't know if that's higher. It felt a little bit higher. Okay, so this is going on the inside, this is going on the outside. So this will be... it doesn't matter which, we'll probably have to switch the logic right now. And then we want this one to be a 50-50 split, but if we do a quarter split, does anything not run? This runs. LDS, we do have to be careful. Okay, so LDS has to be done correctly. Everything else is flexible here, which I like. So we got low density structure, processing units, filter, processing units to the side. This one is for RoboFrames and solid fuel. Yeah, it should be fine. And I said RoboFrames, which I think are an intermediate product. Yep, there they are. Okay. We didn't set up any logic, so it's not gonna work. But we almost remembered to set up the logic before he activated it. Okay, so we have to look at one of our designs again because I always forget it. I should just make a blueprint of I should just make a blueprint of this. Okay, trailing edge with 1 equals quarter. Trailing edge with 1 equals quarter. So where is LDS? LDS is here. This is on the leading edge with 1 for LDS. Would be a half. This one is on the trailing edge, so this would be 2. And then the same thing with this. This one is on the leading edge, so that is 1. This is on the trailing edge, so that is 2. Okay, hopefully that is set up properly, or it's mirrored. But it looks like I set it up properly. The spacing seems all right. This one seems to be not working so great. This is on the leading edge, right? I mean, it's fine. I mean, it has enough. Okay, this is a pretty decent, honestly, pretty solid build. Then we still have the option of sending these inside, but we can also connect them on the outside, no problem. So now, if we look at all of these, we should have 3 science per second exactly from both of them. Awesome. Now, is prod 3 something... Does anybody who watches 100% runs know? Are prod 3s worth using in these sciences, or do they stop at prod 2s? What's our production if we do downgrade it? Did that not work? What? Weird. Huh. Oh, I don't have instant replace on. That explains so much. Okay, so if we don't end up using prod 3s, I think we're fine. Yeah, okay, we'll survive. If we decide not to use prod 3s, we still get like 90% of the production we need, which is more than... We already have more than enough, right? Like this plus supplements from the original lane will be okay. Yeah, that's working really well. Okay, now let's try to connect it. That's the fun part. Okay, this stage 4.1 does make sense for this. We do have these built with the simpler 3s, which I realize is a mistake. I also want to test something. Can you blueprint upgrade? No. For some reason, I was thinking those were handled separately. Then, like, I know you can't blueprint flip. I thought you could blueprint upgrade from like a yellow assembler to a blue assembler. Okay. Not a huge deal, but a little bit annoying. Okay, and now we're getting most of our LDS from the bottom. We're getting our coal from wherever the heck we want to get it from. That part doesn't matter that much. Looking at this now, though, let's move this down. We also need to add a buffer here. We also need a buffer. I can't wait until I realize we blocked all the space we need for for the railroad. That's gonna be a fun realization. Okay, so it really doesn't matter which goes where, right? So with this one, we'll have a blue chip production and LDS production from the top, RCUs from the bottom, coal from the bottom. So that's 2 and 2. However, we'll also have blue chips from the bottom and LDS from the bottom. So technically this one can get all of its resources from the bottom. This one, on the other hand, also can get most of its resources from the bottom. Huh. Does that affect me at all? Does that affect my decision? I don't think it does. I think we're fine. Okay, let's delete this though. Just clicked off the game. There we go. Oh, also people have been asking, or wanting me to make a new video. I have it. It's not fully finished, but I have made a lot of progress on editing it. So, assuming things go well, and my computer works after tomorrow, I should be able to get it done by the weekend. So that's very, very exciting. I had an absolute blast writing the script for it. It was fun. I recorded all the lines yesterday, and I'm pretty happy with them. So now this is just cutting the footage, which admittedly is the easiest part. This is the invisible factory, which the reason it's taken me so long is because I have to edit it twice, basically, in terms of like actual video footage. So I wasn't terribly motivated to do that, because like I have to go through all of the footage when everything's invisible, which let me tell you, it's hard to tell what you're doing when you can't see anything, which is why I have a second version of it, um, that'll alternate throughout the run or throughout the video, I imagine. Or my plan is to alternate between the two, where I have a second recording with graphics on using replay mode, but obviously replay mode is kind of stale because you don't see the mouse, you can't see like mouse movements, you never zoom in and out. So I wouldn't want to entirely do replay mode. So I'll be alternating between the two, which I will say that added a lot more to the project, especially since they don't sync up perfectly because I did the actual run in single player, so I can't even like line them up when I cut them because they're gonna slowly offset throughout it. It's good. It's good. But I mean, it's been really fun to edit. It's just a lot of work. But yeah, it was I really liked the run, which is why I had so much fun with the script. And then I'll be doing a Burner 100% one after this. Yo, thanks so much for the sub, Eagle Wolf. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your sock themed emotes, which, you know what, I need to make more emotes this weekend. After the video. That is like super high on my list. Because I've wanted, let's see, what do we have right now? I've wanted one that's like a little bit more generic. Like some kind of greeting socks. I haven't figured out how to do that. Or like pod or something. Something like emote-y. Oops. I'm sorry, Phantom. I accidentally misclicked and just pinned a message saying I am dumb, which is just... that's great. It's just very out of context. How do I unpin a message? Unpin this message. There we go. Look at this perfectly neat Factorio. Or look at this perfectly neat factory. I definitely say that. That is basically a quote from the script or something like that. Good to know. Yeah. I need to make sure everybody knows we're dumb. I'm dumb. Or Pantomo's dumb. I don't know what the pin would have looked like there. I'm going to blame me because I also was the one who did that, and that does not bode well for my non-dumbness. Also, this is a complete coincidence, but these are on the correct side, which is very nice. Now, I don't know where these go. I mean, I know they go down here. I don't know if they do anything other than this. I don't think so, so I think we can do a prio and just send everything to the right. Okay, so we send this over, connect it here, awesome. Everything happens to be on the correct side, which is just very neat coincidence. Okay, so that one's all good. Now, where do we get solid fuel from? You had so many visibility jokes, puns during the run. I did. A lot of them weren't even intentional, which I thought was really fun. It was just like, it's so common to say like, oh, I see what's wrong, and it's just like, wait a minute, no, I don't. Nobody does. It was great, which is why I'm super happy to finally have that worked out. Let's actually, or have it all like partially finalized. That doesn't really sound like a word or a phrase, but you know, it's finalized. It's just not complete. You know, what would you call that? Almost done, I guess, is a better word. But this seems to be connected just fine. The thing I'm struggling with right now, I guess I was just kind of staring silently. There's coal here. This is set to use logic fuel as this is set to use solid fuel as the logic. So we have a couple options. We can just change this to use solid fuel. We can, or coal instead. Let's see, is this... Okay, this probably has enough coal on it. I think we can use coal here. Yeah, it doesn't inherently have a problem. Did I just see that one? Did I see it stagger? It looked like it failed to grab something. Oh, wait, stack size. I don't think stack size will cause a problem. It probably is fine. Yeah, it should be okay. Okay. This is connected, right? Okay, what do I want to do? I should just use this coal. It's right here. And it works totally fine. Okay, so this needs to have a filter for coal. This needs to have a filter for coal. And then these need to have filters for coal. Which is why someone suggested, actually it was you, you had suggested using a combinator for stuff like that, and I might actually start doing that. Not for this build, because this one's right next to coal. But I think we're at a point in the run where I could start transitioning some of these to solid fuel. Don't know if that would be better. Honestly, I could probably just keep these as coal for the rest of the run. I think the performance impact is pretty small. Because max, this is going to be 4 belts of coal, right? That is up to 240 drills and inserters compared to the 50,000 I have in the run. Yeah, I don't think we need to stress about that. Wait, what am I going to do? What am I doing? There we go. That's way nicer. Read belts, hold. Okay, we're not getting any blue chips, which is makes sense. Never mind, it makes sense. That fits really neatly. Although I don't actually want it here. I want it slightly to the left, I'm realizing. Probably should have realized that sooner. Because there's going to be a station here. We want this as close to the labs as we can get. Which would be here. Then yellow science can just sideload here. I don't know why these are on a different stage. They really shouldn't be. Okay, space science. Oh yeah, that was another thing. Is space science hand-fed in 100% runs? Because I could not for the life of me figure out where the heck space science is. My guesses are it's either hand-fed or it's manually placed with a requester chest and then bots deliver it. But I was looking at the final stage of the blueprint, and I could not see a belt for space science. I feel like I have to be missing something. Oh wait, is this a plastic lane? I have to check for plastic. Plastic lanes consume a lot of the coal that's going through them, so these ones I have to be careful to not steal coal from. But this has like a full belt of coal going into it. Which doesn't make a huge difference, but it does affect the starting time a little bit. Although with sushi, I don't think it really matters. Okay, and then we need to be quick here so it doesn't sideload incorrectly. Okay, RoboFrames come from... I don't actually know. I know there's RoboFrames down here. But do they all get coordinated onto the same belt? I'm not confident. I don't think these can make it to this side, can they? Never mind, I was immediately proven wrong. Okay, so this makes it here. Okay, so this goes on this belt. These go on the same belt. Okay, so they can coordinate. Awesome. That means we can do a splitter here? I think here would be a good spot. This is yellow science. I don't think we need this yellow science build, right? We only really need, I can't think of the name. Production science. Let's see, what do we need? We need assembler 3s. Those are production science. We need beacons. Yeah, we don't necessarily need this. And then we also need mining productivity. Okay, so this one actually does use yellow science. And then we need stack size. So the stack size is why we're doing purple early. So we need 450, 550, 950, 1025, and then 150. Okay, so we need about 1,300 purple science before we ever need a single yellow science. So I really don't think we need early yellow. I don't think it's going to be that useful, unless I want to start getting rocket control units or something. So that's nice. We can probably cut this entire entire half. Maybe use that space for military instead. Early purple is important, unless I want to hand feed it to get to assembler 3s, but I do like that we don't have to worry about yellow. Okay, a weird connection, but it works. It definitely works, right? Yeah, it works. Okay, and then this is not, I mean, I say it works, but it's not actually, it's not actually getting anything. Is it because they're all, wait, oh, it's because bots are getting voided, right? Does this have a prio on it? Something is broken. Batteries are broken. Batteries aren't getting copper? I see. This one's not on me. Okay. I always forget about this. Now, this copper doesn't go anywhere, so that makes me think I could probably actually split it and send it to batteries. But I think technically this is exactly the amount of copper I needed. Like 1-to-1, right? Oh, so this doesn't actually speed up anything unless we also get more iron. So yeah, we really don't need this. No wonder why I didn't have it. It's useless. 2.3? Okay. Wait, what? How do you delete this? How how do I get rid of this? Does this work? Huh. What's that? Oh, right. That's why is that? Why does it have an announcement? I don't want that to have an announcement. It's not set up yet. Hold on, I need to go. Well, actually, no, it won't. It won't do anything else today. I think it's on like. How long have we been streaming? 90 minutes? Yeah, okay, I won't do it again for the rest of the day then. How do I get rid of this? Can I use a splitter? Will that break it? Oh, well that was easy. Okay, well definitely overcomplicated that one, which sounds like me. Okay, so that's pretty good. These are connected. They are getting utility science. Awesome. Okay, now we need a buffer. So this is the thing that I'm not sure about. We obviously want a splitter because inserter throughput is so low. We need to be able to split it into at least three separate chests. How do you split into 3 chests evenly? Can you use the cider combinator? Or an arithmetic combinator? That could work. That could work. What are our other options? We could just use splitters. We can see if we can make splitters work. Oops, we'll keep that side loaded though while we work on this. Okay, so we need a chest. That won't work. We can't use logic on here, but we have this to work with. We could go away from ourselves, but I don't think that's a good idea. This is a very small spot for a buffer, actually. I thought we had more space. I thought we had more space to work with. We really don't. I could buffer into a chest, then output from the chest. We can't get coal that way, so that doesn't actually work. Okay, this is 2. That's all we can. That's all we can get. 2. I guess that's fine. Can we move this up? No, I cannot. We have to move it up. We have to move the buffer down then. Okay, so this is the part I don't like. It doesn't work. I guess we can sideload this here, and that's fine. Why is this built in this stage? We don't even have labs built at this stage. Okay. So this doesn't split things, which I don't love. I could do something like this. Maybe this works. We basically, our only requirement is I need to be able to output a little bit. Wait, this doesn't, does that reach? How does that reach? Oh, I can't count. We just need to be able to output slightly above 3 items per second. Like 4.5 items per second. Like 50% more should be sufficient. Stage move tool. Let's sideload this early. I think that fixes things. There we go. Now it's on the correct side. Now I can just send this straight through. Actually, can I make it even better? I can. I can move it down a tile. Excellent. Okay. We got blue science. We have yellow science. Blue science isn't buffered, but that part's easy. I don't love this buffer. It doesn't work great. We need logic on it. So I'm thinking we just do something simple like this. Well, that doesn't work. Can I? Oh, I can measure it at 2 different points. That's probably pretty close to functional. I have no idea what this belt is. Is this a hand build belt? No. Okay, so we can do something here. So my idea right now is to have a belt here. And then we measure this belt, and then all the inserters activate. If all of those belts are full, we can probably assume that it's safe to grab coal. That's the idea, at least. Hopefully it's correct, because that's my working theory. Another option is to just send coal horizontally, but with the RoboFrames, you don't actually have the space for that. I think we could get the space. Actually, yeah, we should get the space. Although I do like that coal belt. But yeah, there's no reason for us to not rotate this, is there? I was just thinking of these as like some unmovable object, but yeah, we can definitely move that. Actually, no, we shouldn't grab from that. We would need circuit. Well, actually, we don't need circuit logic. We can probably use this coal. Or we can just use this coal. It's not really a huge difference either way. Okay, this is in the wrong spot. But now none of these work. But the idea is there. Output. Okay, this is much safer. much safer. Very good. I like that one. RoboFrames, we're going to have to go under, but that's not a problem. Now, this doesn't have the balance that I wanted. So, let's see. I have used it once before. There is a way to balance chests using combinators. Right? Like, I don't think it's that hard. Is it an arithmetic combinator? I think it's an arithmetic combinator. Or does this just say... Wait, does this then... Yes. No? I'm not confident. I know there is a way. I cannot exactly remember what it was. But the idea is basically to make it that all of these enable if the combinator reads a certain value. Let's see. We take all of the inputs and divide it by a value. I just don't know what that value is. Where did I do this logic before? Less or equal to average. Yeah, that's the idea. Is it an arithmetic combinator for that? Or is it a decider combinator? Is that what I'm messing up? But yeah, that's the idea. Less than or equal to the average, which I guess would be anything? Output. Wait. You can't output anything. What do you output from this? Input everything divided by yellow science? Is that right? No. No, it is not. Okay. I understood this at one point in time. Okay, I guess break it down. How do we get an average? We take everything and we divide it by 3. I look over and that's exactly what you said. Okay, cool. I'm onto something. You could insert item is less than 0. Would that be any specific item? Yeah, what's up, Greaser? Thanks for the luck. Definitely need it. We're doing circuits right now. You said -3. Oh, -3. Okay, that makes more sense. Can we output anything else? Does it matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. We're just outputting a signal, right? It's not. Okay, wait, hold up. It's not working. Item less than 0. Okay. Or is it less than or equal to 0? Oh, wait, I remember. That's why this doesn't work. We had this problem last time. I think the solution was to make it... I don't remember what the solution was, but yeah, we had this problem before. If it ever runs out, it stops. So I think our solution was to just read a belt and connect it to the right side. That does fix it. It makes it that it's a little bit less balanced, but I think it works fine. Let's let it run for a bit without inputs, see if it actually balances out. So what if we just delete that? Okay, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, insert item less than 0. Accommodator everything. Oh, wait. Everything divided by 3. Wait, how do I get an everything signal into this? You need to merge all chests for an average number and reach Oh, okay, okay. I think I remember. Okay. Like this. And then this needs to output, I think just loops back around. I still don't know how to do everything is less than -3 though. Okay, I was close. I was close. Okay. We're making progress. They are currently disabled. Output signal is -53. I don't know what to do as the output signal. That's what's tripping me up. Am I using the wrong combinator? I might be using the wrong combinator. No, never mind. Because this one can't do division. I shouldn't loop the output. Okay, so where does the output go then? To the individual inserters? Oh, okay, that's how it gets to the inserters. Okay, does that work? For some reason, this one's working. Oh, wait. This might work. I think this is it, right? It'll work a lot better once this actually reaches it. I don't think this logic works that well with burner inserters, not gonna lie. They're so bad. um, yeah, burner inserters suck. It takes them so long to do an action that the others don't run for so long. I mean, it's technically moving enough. It's just not moving that much. Actually, I don't think it's moving enough if those sides run. It broke. It broke when I did that. Whoops. Oh, they don't... Why is it broken? Okay. You can balance them perfectly by removing their fuel. So true. If they don't run, they can't break. Okay, so we can deadlock. I don't remember what my trick was to avoid deadlocking. I think just always reading the belt prevents deadlocking as well. Let's see. Let's delete that. Now we undo it. Okay, yeah, I think reading this belt fixes it. It makes it that they can be off by a little bit, but I think it removes the deadlock problem. I guess the buffering speed isn't actually a huge concern, right? Because this is a secondary. This is just secondary buffering. Because we probably just want a sideload here. Or like, we only want to buffer if we have extra. So it probably doesn't need the full production. Now, we are not getting enough RoboFrames, so I think I'm just going to spawn those in right now while I'm testing things. But yeah, thanks for the help on this one. It's deadlocked again. Actually, no, it's not. It's just not getting anything. Yeah, I'm definitely getting better with circuits. Still not great, but I'm getting more used to them. It helps that I've done sushi a lot, so I at least know like what buttons to click. Even though I haven't done anything with combinators this run. Okay, that does make it a little faster. Okay, that's actually fine. Is this... Okay, if this isn't safe, this is a very easy thing to fix. So that's the advantage. We will have to fix it every time we blueprint the base, but... Wait, I have an idea. Actually, no. I don't need an idea. If we have a splitter, if everything that doesn't work can just move on through. That should be fine. So we will do a splitter. We'll pry it to the right. And then we'll somehow get this over here. Soon I'll have a CS degree. Oh yeah, I'll be so good at computer science. So when it takes me this long for combinators. Although admittedly, like, I understand... I at least understand the logic behind it. I just never remember how to connect the wires for it. I definitely don't struggle quite this much when I try to do CS stuff. A little bit. Still a little bit. It's not to that degree. Ideas are bad, and I'm bad for having them. So true. Okay, this does not... I don't think this buffer's fast enough. With an average of 2 inserters working, we might actually have to do 4 buffers for this. Which is fine. But yeah, we just can't get enough throughput for this to work. Does it work better with stack size 1? Well, then we don't have throughput. Okay, so this balances the chests. Do I care about that? I feel like I don't care about that. I thought I did, but honestly, with how slow this is running, I feel like I shouldn't care about it. Wait, I think I had a solution one time. And I think it was to increase the value. Or was it to decrease it? Because I think if you make it... I think if you make the value higher, it makes it they're not perfectly balanced, but they're still balanced within like 10, right? Which gives it a lot more leniency. Okay, I think this actually fixes it. Or it breaks it a lot. As the alternative universal computation mechanism, you don't think factorial lends itself to lambda calculus? Clearly you haven't built enough combinators, obviously. Secretly Googling lambda calculus. What? What is that? I mean, I've heard the name. Boolean logic calculus. Okay, that makes sense then. Contextually, that makes sense here. Okay. Honestly, some factorial bases should provide more merit towards comp sci degrees. Honestly, yeah. You fixed the blueprint for me? Ooh. Does it does it improve upon this logic? Let's see. Is that the whole string or did it get cut off? Oh wait, I'm thinking map exchange strings. I didn't see the little I didn't see the little caret things. So it didn't seem right. Wait, did I remove import? No, I didn't. Okay. What did you do to fix this? A. Okay, well, I trust that this is better than I built, so we're just going to paste it. Lambda calculus is an attempt at extreme minimalism where everything is a function and there is a way to represent numbers this way. Oh no. A for average. That's what I get on my grade card. How does this work so much more consistently? Okay. What's different here that's making it run consistent? Is it just using the average signal here that's causing that? To just run better? Wait, was I using the wrong division? No. Oh, it doesn't use negative. It doesn't use negative. Maybe it's the equal sign. Maybe that would have fixed it, an equal sign. But it runs a lot better. Thank you for that. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have any throughput problems, and we don't need to use my untested less than 10 and hope it works. Oh, for awesome. I mean, you're not wrong. There would be a much more logical grading scheme, I think. Okay, and then this one, what did we decide for this? These rails aren't going to go to waste because they're used for a base. If the chests are all empty, then the average is 0. So less or equal to 0 enables all of the inserters. Oh, okay. Whereas I had it, something was already disabled. Yeah, the uptime is so much nicer. Cool. It's sad that we're still using the maximum throughput of 2 of these inserters at any given point. Because that's just how burner inserters fly. But yeah, that's fine. Okay, so theoretically, we can now burst out 7 science per second. 4 from the chest and then 3 from the belt. Actually, we can do 4.8 from the chest. But yeah, we can do an entire half belt of yellow science in a burst now. During, like, you know, peaks. Which is the main goal. That's why you also have the splitter here. Because we don't need to be able to burst just from buffers in 7.5. I think that's fine. And then internal buffer of this, I think... Okay, this isn't a steel chest, so these have a buffer of 8,000. I think if yellow science falls behind by 8,000, I did something wrong, so we should be fine with that buffer size. What was I looking for down here? We have rails, we have furnaces. Okay, so furnaces are really weird to get up here, but it is possible. Prod mod's actually very easy to get up there. And then, do these run all the time? Oh, wait. 0.4. 0.7. Okay, I thought this was 0.12, and I was like, how are we... I didn't realize this used so few modules, though. Feels like a lot more in any percent, but I think it's because you only have like 20 minutes to produce them. And then furnaces... I don't think we can trust this number. Aren't we input limited here? I want to say we're input limited, but I don't remember by how much. So we'll definitely need more furnace production. And then we need this space to have a splitter here to prio past purple science. To send it up here. We can do... Oh, actually, we can sideload on 2 points, though. Oh, actually, that's really good. That's really good. Okay. So if we're moving this around, and we don't need this yellow science anymore, that gives me a lot of space here. Although, if we don't do yellow science here, I think we actually need more up here. Because the way I had this balanced, this one does actually not produce enough by itself. I think it needs a little bit of this. It probably doesn't. It might. This works really well, though. I wasn't expecting it to actually be running still. This is weird, though. It doesn't technically get enough RoboFrames. Do I have the logic wrong? I guess it runs mostly full speed. But yeah, we can just add an assembler at the top. Literally anywhere. We can add one here if we want. Okay, so military I wanted to redo as well. Where can steel come? Okay, so steel actually has to come from a new lane. Which is this the new lane? I think this is the new lane, actually. Never mind. This is the old steel lane. So we actually have more steel up here. So let's say that's steel. We need an entire belt of steel going into this. I know that's not a lot, but it sounds like a lot. Like in the grand scheme of things, for a base that will have like 20 million green chips, it's gonna be rough. Have I done the green circuit mall already? When you say green circuit mall, do you mean the one within the base? We have not set up large green and red chip build yet. We're doing a slightly earlier. We're doing a fairly earlier this one. We're working on these right now because we need to get mining productivity and inserter stack size before we can really do anything else. The one that produced the outpost. Gotcha. Yeah, we have not done that quite yet. We have this one, which produces the pseudo outpost, like the small resource outpost, but we have not done the main outpost quite yet. So we need steel, which I think this is a good steel lane that's copyable. So we'll paste that here, I guess. But yeah, I haven't fully decided how fast I want my outpost to produce, so we have not designed that yet. My estimate is I want 1,000 assembly machines per hour. Is probably a realistic goal. Or like a realistic like peak. So we'll use that to design it. But that also depends. It depends if we end up downgrading to assembler 2s. I need to re-examine them all. I don't remember what our bottlenecks are. We might have wasted assemblers in it. Okay, and then this one we can do solid fuel with pretty easily, right? Yeah, we can get solid fuel from here. It's not great. Also, these are on logic, right? These are just reading from the belt in front of it. That's fine. So we can split off of this coal, send it over here. That should be fine. It's close enough that it's not a big deal. It is a bit weird to fit. I mean, that works. Yeah, it's even weirder now, but it does work. Okay, so solid fuel is good. I don't know why I kept calling it fuel. It's solid fuel or coal. That is getting enough. Okay, perfect. This was just a fuel lane, right? Yeah, this is just a fuel lane. I could actually, if I really wanted to, I could put sticks on this lane, but I don't think we have the throughput, so it doesn't actually benefit. Okay, and then we have steel, which I said is this belt. So this needs to be split here and here. I think we'll do a little bit of work cleaning up the base. Right now we're just getting the rough connections, but I feel like we can make this a little bit more compact. But there's no point trying to make it compact until I have a rough idea of where the resources come from. But like we can shift this down, compact it around the side, and I think we'll be fine. Now, these do come from the top, but I think they'll also come from the bottom. Because if we make more, they'll definitely be side-loaded up top. Can I make this more compact if I go this way? I think I can. And then this was something where I said the actual belt doesn't matter. The side doesn't matter because we're not using max throughput, so that's nice. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? I'm trying to think of how I can keep these to be prioed after these. We have a couple options there. The current one I'm thinking of is a splitter. But we don't really have the space for that, so I'd have to do some weird belt shenanigans. The other option is to have logic. We might go with that one actually. I think logic here is pretty simple. Make it that these only run if this is like backed up with X amount of furnaces or something. That means they'll only run if we have a surplus. But I don't think balancing that is too much of a concern. Okay, these are probably going to need a belt swap because I feel like they're a bit messy over here. But for now, let's just get the bulk of things connected, and then we'll worry about the specifics later. Especially since we don't really have anything in this part of the base. It can be as ugly as we need it to be, which is fantastic. Okay, so that's that. Then we need steel, stone, and sticks. So stone is obviously really easy. That is literally just a pure belt of stone. We'll actually probably get it from over here, now that I think about it. Because we're mining 2, what's one more? So we can probably assume... Oh, it could go here. Wait, why did I not make this more compact? Let's see, it needs to come from the top. Is there any good spot for me to send it through? I could send it through here if I wanted to be really compact. Sending it through here is a little less ideal. It gets a little bit messy going to the other side, but still manageable. It's actually very manageable if we end up using red belt, which we can definitely use red belt here. But we 100% have this tile to work with, right? Actually, we don't because of this this splitter. But I think there's alternatives. Let's mess with that a bit. This is 3.2. Okay. Yeah, we do have alternatives. Okay. Wait, no we don't. I mean, technically we do, I guess. Like this can go up, that's fine. That lets us shift it down a tile. And then this can loop around. That works. I think this is worth it. It's like 8 extra entities, but it makes my whole base 2 tiles smaller, which is actually pretty... Or a whole tile smaller, which is actually kind of nice. So that would go here. I sure hope this was built correctly. Because I am very much assuming it is. With that thing I just changed. It's going to be fun going through and... Maybe fun's the wrong word. It's going to be an experience going through and removing every excess belt, because there's a lot of them. Okay, I think we can go through here with the stone lane. Yeah, okay, the stone lane can just connect through the middle. Don't think we're accidentally sideloading anything. Perfect. Then we can go up top. Now we can make it through here with belt weaving. Or we can just go up and around. I don't know where this steel goes. Oh, it goes to engines. Do we have extra steel? I doubt it. I don't think we do. We might have a little bit. But that does mean I can probably... Well, I'll still need this steel lane because we need a full belt of steel going into this. Right? Yeah, almost a full belt of steel going into this. So even if we take from this, we're still limited to like half a belt. Or like a tenth of a belt. So that's not that helpful. So I think we can go up through this middle section. I think I like that. Wait, what's this? Oh, I was building this on stage 3.2. Oh, whatever. We definitely have a lot of belts that are actually in an earlier stage than they need to be. Don't know if we'll bother fixing that. But if we ever do this again, we do have a lot of things we can we'll optimize. Because it would be nice to do a second run if I don't reach my my time goal. Because I think I'll reach my 16-hour goal pretty easily, but I think we can aim lower and it would be fun to like iron out the kinks of the base, make it like actually genuinely solid. Because it's really fun to design this. We'll see if the actual run is fun though before I commit to that. Does that work? I think we can make it work, but it's kind of ugly. This connection is not good. I will say that. We need to get this over here somehow. We can either split it ahead of time or we can split it at the end. I think we want to split it down here, which would actually require me to place a splitter and then send it through. Perfect. That's actually that's an important power pole. Okay, technically it's functional. Technically it's functional. Okay, sticks. Wait, how do I do sticks? Wait. We've never built sticks before. Well, we have, but we've never built a belt of sticks before. Can we direct feed from an assembling lane? What do you think the odds are that the others might run this? Super, super high. Everybody loves burners. Gotta be a new hit category. Where does this go? Well, if we shift this over, it might work. Basically, my thought right now is, what if we direct feed sticks? But I don't think we can get enough production with that. Actually, we would have to be able to, because we're limited to one inserter. Is that worth it? How would that look? Let's copy it. I'll copy it and find out. Honestly, not terrible. That just means I have to connect iron, which means it doesn't actually mean much. It doesn't simplify things. He's willing to reroll for 8 hours. Yeah, that's fair. Time commitment wise, there are definitely people that would commit the time to it. I just don't see people actually wanting to. This isn't actually that much wider. Like how much does this add to the left? Literally, it's a single tile wider, and it means I only have to connect iron instead of sticks. I think I should do that, right? Because otherwise, I mean, we're gonna have like a mess connecting things up here anyway. Well, what else do we use sticks for? Maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. What if we send the sticks to something else, like power poles, afterwards? No, I can't imagine repurposing a tenth of a lane of sticks is ever going to be worth it. Actually, it's not even a tenth. It's like 5% of a lane of sticks. Also, how many of these do I need? 3? I need 3 steel lanes to run this? Oh my gosh. Oh wait. No, that's not true, is it? How do I get an accurate estimate of this? Oh, I can multiply those numbers together. We need way less steel than I'm thinking, actually. Because we have an excess of 7.371. 7.371 divided by 2880. Yo, it's the fish taco one. Hello, Chrisio. Thank you. Welcome for the welcome for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Okay, so we actually have we're overproducing by 25%, which means we don't actually need a full lane of steel, which is, I guess, pretty obvious. We knew that, but we need way less than a full lane of steel compared to what I thought. So hopefully this is 12. I think this is enough steel, which is nice. Don't know what happened there. Oh, this is a weird lane that I copied. That's using the splitter for something else. Okay, well, let's line it up now. And then I'd say we loop it back around to the other side. Send it down just so that they are nice and balanced. Or you can use a splitter at the end. I don't think it makes a huge difference. And now we can send this straight through. Okay, so steel lane, we'll connect it next time probably. Try to clean it up. I just want to make sure we have the builds first before I try to, condense them. Otherwise, it's not effort well spent. Now, we do have a little bit of space here. We can probably fit the stick lane on this side. Because we need 15 sticks per second, right? 15 stick per second. Actually, more like 10 stick per second. We can do that with 5 assemblers, I think. Yeah, 5 assemblers is all we need. Now, they are going to be iron limited, but yeah, we can do the direct feeding too, which is a very good design. I've been very happy with the direct fed for this. So that looks like half a belt of iron is actually all I need. Realizing that now. Output, and then double output. It does actually fit in here very nicely. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, we don't have to do anything to sideload the resources too, which is really good. We do have to use some slitters, but that's fine. Now this is 10. Let's just even it out. Get the 16, because we can always use red belt if we need. Oh wait, never mind. This is exactly 1 belt. I was thinking we had some overhead, but we really don't. Okay, 3 and 3 because we're furnace limited here, so we don't actually have excess. Okay, so because this is such a short lane, I imagine we'll just be using splitters here. And then let's copy them first and then paste it. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't brownout resistant. That's why I don't design stuff like this anymore. Okay, so we can fix that. We just have to do an end cap here, which is totally fine. Now this is resistant. It is risky when it comes to tessellating, but I don't think that's a problem because this is completely on the other side. So I think we made it out fine. But yeah, we can't. You can't grab from a corner like this. It's usually fine. This is a lot safer than like grabbing from a underground, but it can still cause issues. So figured I might as well not risk it. That will eventually make it. Okay, so steel is up here. We'll send this across. We'll send it down, and then I think this is everything we need for purple science. Not connected though, for some reason. And then we need a splitter. Yeah, this is a little bit too messy. We're definitely gonna spend some time trying to clean it up next week or next time. So hopefully it's Thursday. Hopefully Thursday. Okay, so we have stone. We don't actually have a full lane of stone, but we do have a stone connection. Hopefully, let's double check that real quick. I don't know why I always copy that. I have it on my hotbar. It's literally this button. It just gives me an unfiltered infinity chest, so I don't have to keep removing it every single time I place it. Okay, and then I think sustainably, we don't actually produce enough of any of this. No idea how we're going to fix that. I imagine probably more production here. I feel like the center of our base is a little bit dead. I think we can start compressing our base. We can probably even do it here. Like, all of these are on their own grid. If we can't think of anything to build here, I don't think it's unreasonable for me to just take LDS and shift it over. And just shift everything over. We're not going to do that quite yet because I think we have to redo blue science, but it's a start. Or considering it is still... It's best to consider it earlier. And then we need a buffer here. And we've learned our lesson. Just use this. Okay, how does this one work? Okay, I think that's fine. Do we actually need that there, or is that part of my logic? Okay, that one actually is there. Wait. No, I'm not entirely confident anymore. Okay, that was me. That was me who did this. We don't need that then. We don't need this one. Okay. You know, I'm realizing now, we never, like, gave it a fresh print. We probably should have done that. Just to make sure our old errors aren't still there. That goes here. Wait. The blueprint I know is going somewhere, but I'm just going to keep blueprinting it because it works. Mostly. There we go. Okay. This doesn't have coal yet, but that's fine. The coal is right here, so we can just split off of this and send it down, and I think we're okay. I love how incoherent the splits are. The very well thought out division between layers. I think that's where the biggest time save will be after the first run, realizing that we can split the layers so much better. Okay, now we have a couple options here. We can either use a splitter here. I think we use a splitter. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, I like that. The splitter just to make sure that we take directly from the belt if we can. Now, I don't have a way to get blue science up here, but maybe we don't need that. But we have not come up with a way yet to get all this original science back up to this section. Which we technically don't need to, except for red and green science, which, are these limited by anything? We might actually need to give these beacons or assembler 2s or assembler 3s, because this might not actually produce fast enough. Especially since we don't have buffers for sciences. I think, oh, it's because half of it is produced down there. Yeah, that would do it. But yeah, we'll probably have to do some beacon magic or assembler 2s at some point in the run. Because I think there's enough resources here to expand this slightly. Not a ton, but enough. Assuming blue science can also be replaced with prod modules, then I think we're good. Okay, these are working really well though. So this is perfectly fine. It uses 5 per second on each half, so we don't have any trouble grabbing from belts, so that's very nice. We could probably shift it over a tile, but we'll do that next time. Purple science is going the wrong way though. Is that an easy fix? Oh gosh, is that an easy fix? I don't actually know. The answer is yes. Incredibly easy fix. That's good. We needed that. We needed one of those. Oh no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. How the heck am I supposed to get that over there? That almost works. That's gonna be fun spaghetti to fix. We've left so much there that it's almost good. It's almost unreal to fix at this point. Barely an inconvenience. Oh yeah, no, this was a huge inconvenience. I don't know what you're talking about. It took us forever to fix this. And then we also need a purple science buffer. Is that easy enough to do? You know what would be better? Yeah, you know what would be better? uh, Yellow science goes up, purple science goes down. We have the buffers in the middle, and we just split it, and then blue and military are on the same belt. Now we do have to change our logic for this. We kind of just arbitrarily decided what goes where, like 100%. There was no logic there. We just kind of placed things, right? Which worked fine. But actually, wait. The only thing we're splitting is space science, so it doesn't actually matter what is on which belt. We just have to make sure space science is on this one. So that's an easy fix. That's very easy, actually. Cool. Okay, so let's shift this up, I guess. That does complicate things, but we need to do it. So let's just wing it. You know what? We're just gonna leave it up there for now. Now, yellow science is also barely an inconvenience. So that's nice. Then we need to take this logic and we put it over here. Okay, all of these are flipped. That's fine. Delete that. We don't need it anymore. Delete this, and delete this. Okay. Perfect. Okay, yellow science is good. We don't really have a splitter to bypass things with this setup, I'm realizing. It goes straight towards the buffer chest. That's an easy enough fix, though. We can just shift it to tile. Actually, is it? It's almost an easy fix. But not as easy as I wanted. Didn't I decide I had an extra beacon somewhere? Or did I get rid of that? I might have gotten rid of that. Yeah, never. We don't have an extra beacon anymore. Okay, let's move it up a tile then. Or we can do it vertically. We can definitely do vertical. Vertical uses a lot of space, though. And it's the horizontal space that we have right now. Let's just shift this over a tile. There we go. That solves everything. Also, if these are on the right side, we might actually be able to sideload there, which also fixes everything. It doesn't. It's not on the right side. I think I can get it on the correct side, though. Or that side. Okay, that puts it on the far side. This one's on the far side. Okay, there we go. Now this works. Now we can pry out to the left. There has to be a better way. Cute infomercial, but it's better than what we had before. That's the important thing. A lot more work to fix than I thought, but yeah, it's better than what we had before. And then, honestly, space-wise, putting purple science here is actually best. I don't know if we can make that work, but I think it would be a good option in terms of belt spacing, which I think we can make it work. Not like that, but like that. That one works. What else can we do? Oh, if we sideload this here, I think that's fine. Then we have that tile to work with. Yeah, there we go. Belt prioritize. It's always going to go that way. Yeah, I think that is a buffer. This needs to be an end cap. This one doesn't need to be an end cap though, so that's good. Use sushi controller from normal 100%, or you load fuel to science too. We can't use the sushi controller for this one because we can't get the belt throughput to use it. It's not the fuel that's the problem. It's the fact that we can't use above a yellow belt. Or we can't, yeah, we can't use you can't do sushi with a red belt or higher. And sushi doesn't have enough throughput for this many labs with a yellow belt. Very easily. I think it could work, but you'd have to use you'd have to have like 3 side loading points. So we're just using splitters. We might redesign it though. But I wasn't able to get a lab design that I loved, so I just kind of gave up on it with Sushi Labs. This doesn't matter, so we'll just do this. This goes here, goes straight across. Here, goes straight across. And here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this connects here. I think throughput-wise, it's fine. Okay, now we have purple science, which now we can connect. Let's just copy the bottom part and hope we can figure out where the belts go. Do we need to leave spacing here? I don't think we do. This is the wrong way though. Realizing that part. Okay, I think that works. I have no idea what this top belt is. Oh, it's just split the wrong way. There we go. That works. Yeah, we might have small prioritization issues with that, but it's nothing major. Now, how do we get coal here? Yeah, normal one has load points and it has a red belt, which is the problem. If it had two load points, we can do 4 load points. Is very didn't seem that worth it. Because our lab speed is, I think, only like it's 80% of what they get. I think is what we were aiming for peak production, or for peak consumption, which meant we still needed almost 4 load points with a yellow belt. It was really sad because I was actually planning to use that and I'd spent a lot of time on it. Yeah, as long as it works, true. If it doesn't work, then we're good. Then we have no problems. Yeah, what's up, Ludwigso? Welcome. But yeah, we actually we had a design here to upgrade this to red belt, and that's what I was going to use. And then I realized they just can't grab from a red belt with sushi, because they struggle to grab from a non-sushi red belt. They can't do low saturation, and just with the nature of sushi belts, it's even a fully saturated belt is low saturation in terms of like inserter grabbing. It's very, very unfortunate. Because the way the way burner inserters grab from yellow belt is by failing to miss the first one and then grabbing the second one while it's still outstretched. But if it has enough time to reset during that point, it no longer runs. Okay, so this doesn't have fuel. Wait, it should have fuel. I just forgot to copy it. That makes more sense. Okay. Now, how do we get fuel to these? I think we have to move this up a little bit. Because let's see, where are the fuel? Oh wait, this has fuel. Oh, never mind. This isn't bad at all. Let's see if we can move this over a tile. That would make things a lot nicer. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good, and then there we go. Let's actually not in-cap this. We'll just use a regular belt, and we'll use an underground there. Save some more entities that way. Same with that one, and then yellow science. Okay. I don't think we're gonna have a problem here, because we can just connect this one around the edge. Oh wait, that doesn't work. We can go up and around though. Grabbing from a corner, it was unsafe there. Not terribly, but too unsafe for something that's... Actually, I guess that's an input one. If one of them's going to be unsafe, that's the better one to have. Input, 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 input. Or not input. That one wasn't an input. Oh wait. What am I doing here? Oh, this isn't the direction I thought it was. Okay, they should be getting solid fuel now. I feel like there's a better way to do this. There's definitely a better way to do this. Yeah, let's go this direction, actually. I don't like going from there. This will, I think, make it start a little bit more evenly. It probably, I doubt it matters. This is just a buffer, honestly. It doesn't matter. The starting time of the buffer is literally insignificant. Like, it literally is useless. There's no reason to make a buffer start fast, considering we have the belts. These are already like a 200 item buffer, and the belt delay isn't that slow. It's slow, but it's not that slow. Now this one does need to change to purple, and then this one needs to change to blue, but I think that's it, right? Oh, this isn't a generic blueprint, never mind. We need to change all of them. Same for this one. The output should not be on logic. Excellent. Okay, that looks much nicer. Now you start to think how many inserters will require fixing mid-game. Let's not think about that. We're gonna go with none. I don't think the number is gonna be quite as high as like with a full base. Because like on the one hand, the base isn't gonna be super practiced, but on the other, I haven't done anything terribly complicated to where things are that easy to mess up, right? Like most of the designs are fairly straightforward and copyable. So that helps. The fact that we don't have to save like every second. Still a mess. Still an absolute mess, but we are saved a little bit by that. And then we're just going to do a rough connection here. Then where does solid fuel come from? I think I wanted solid fuel to come from here, right? Yeah. Okay, and where's the solid fuel logic? Yeah, we just need to reconnect all of these. Not a huge deal. It's pretty easy. Okay, that's good. This needs to connect here. I like how this is the one like random power pole we have. It's not even power or anything. It's literally just extending this wire. Okay. This one can go left, connect to all the ones on that side, and this one can go that way. And we will have a splitter here as well. Start time is going to be absolutely horrendous for this, which I'm very much looking forward to. Now, these are on that side, so what I could do is send the sticks through this way. That saves a little bit of space here, which is nice. Yeah, I'm more worried about the belt connections than I am about inserters not working. I think the odds definitely favor the inserters being correct. Okay, that actually works really well. I feel like it shouldn't, but it does, and I don't like that. The start time is, yeah, it's gotta be horrendous. But that's fine. This is purple science. This will be built long before we need this much purple science, so we should be fine. And we do have this space if we need to sideload more prods. It's gonna be annoying to get to, but we do have the space. Now this is solid fuel, and it needs to go on the inside. I don't love. Is there a different way to do this? Can I just use an extra beacon? I'm just gonna use an extra beacon. There we go. Production speed should still be the same, right? No, it's not. Oh, that was affected by 3 sources. That was a critical wire, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay. There we go. Now it doesn't actually matter where these connect. That's good. We needed that. Okay, so this does use one extra beacon, doesn't it? Actually, no, it uses the same amount of beacons. It just looks like it uses more. That's weird. I don't know how that happened. Hmm. I don't know. I'm staring at it, trying to figure out why that broke. Maybe maybe this double logic doesn't work in the throughput that I have. I think this is good for very low throughput, high coal throughput, low item throughput things, but I don't think it works so well here. But I'm not entirely sure. That could have also been broken by a stage. It's really hard to tell because the stage blueprint does interfere with a lot of burner inserters, it seems. Haven't been able to figure out how to avoid it, but it's causing some problems. And then stone should be really easy. Well, I say that, but it doesn't look like it is. How do we do this? Let's see. Solid fuel's here. Solid fuel's also here. Oh gosh, this is a mess. Is there any way for me to not have to connect solid fuel like this? Like, how can I repurpose solid fuel divisions? I think the only way I can make it cleaner is if I do all the divisions ahead of time and just send like 6 belts. I don't think it's going to be more space efficient. It would just look cleaner here because it just puts the problem elsewhere, which I don't think is a very sustainable solution. We could do this. I mean, this works fine. This needs to be moved though. Which layer is that? Okay, technically functional, I guess. Well, hopefully. I'm not sure. I still don't know why this browned out. It's possible that having 2 inserters grabbing from the same belt in combination with this is what makes this unsafe. Because what happens is this can actually disable an inserter after it's moved. So while it makes it that you're less likely to have 3 full actions in a row, it does make it that you're likely to have a bunch of small actions if the fuel situation is weird enough. So we'll probably have to leave it for a bit, see if we actually like the design. That's greater than 3 though, so that's good. Okay, and then I think we're gonna leave this one. Actually, no, there's nothing, no useful information there. Okay, so if we hover over all of this, we have 3 and 3. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So yeah, our goal is, I think, what, 3 science per minute? And with fuel in the belts, that means we're limited to a quarter of a belt of throughput. So yeah, we need 3 to 4 yellow belts if we want to do full sushi. Probably more like 4 since I want to peak of 4 or 5 science per second. Sorry, not science per minute. 3 science per minute. We're limited to 1 yellow belt. That would be rough. Okay, I kind of like it. Not that much, but it does the job. Now they are going to be disabled for a really long time because of the fuel, so I won't be able to test it. If I remove this logic, things might be fine. Probably doesn't matter that much. What else can we check? Okay, so we're definitely not producing enough LDS. Actually, wait. Did I hand feed this coal? How did that happen? I mean, I would have had to have hand feed that coal. It's not possible for it to do that. That's weird. Unless it was like disabled? No. Yeah, don't know what happened there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I just hand fed it. Okay, so the buffers seem to be working fine. They're still fairly even. I like that. Yellow Science has been producing. Let's at, I would guess, 75% speed. What's it called? Utility Science? Yeah, okay, a little under. A little over 70%. Actually, wait. No, that's exactly 75%. Never mind. Okay, honestly, that filled out that gap. I was worried we would just have this massive void in the middle of my base since I didn't have anything in mind to fix it, but looks like we're fine. Now, the real question is, can I fit my train here? And I think I can. Because we do, I decided I'll do the buffering like in line, not at the train itself. And just have the inserters grab directly from a belt, which, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm not entirely sure. But we can also buffer out the train. But even if we do buffers, how much space would that take up? Yeah, we should have plenty of space to do a double-sided train for building. Perfect. And then I wanted to check on my circuit design one more time before I called it, because somebody pointed out something using prod 3s, which we probably won't do prod 3s, but it did make me realize I wanted to oh gosh, which base is it? I don't know. I think it's this one. We haven't used the full save for a while, so I kind of lost track of things. Oh, hold on. I have an important message. Or do I just have a message? Not important. Okay. Okay. Now these are broken. Okay. Burner inserters keep breaking, and I don't know why. These are the safe ones, too. Oh, wait. This isn't our design. This isn't our design base, I don't think. Okay, that explains why it's broken then. Yeah, I don't know what this was testing, but it does let me do what I wanted to look at. Which is this max rate calculator. That is meaningless. Why did I do that? Let's turn off that. Yeah, this is the logic we have. It's pretty solid. I think if I wanted to, I could limit the throughput going in. I don't think I need to with this outpost. But this one works really well. And the way we have it set up, actually, let's look at the max throughput one. This was without recording, so I think we get about 67. This is my benchmark that I'll need to compare to tomorrow. Okay. I was like, that seems bad. 57. Do I have stuff open that shouldn't be open? Interesting. Oh, wait. Did we expand this one? We might have expanded this one. Not sure. I mean, it's still fine, but it shouldn't be that high. Huh. Oh well. 59. Yeah, do I have something else running? Oh, I have a lot of mods. Right. Yeah, these are gonna... I think the mods are gonna impact the performance. So I don't want to uninstall them right now, so we're not gonna worry about it. But what we're looking at. All right. So right now, we can run the analyzer tool, get a little bit of an idea of how much we're saturating the belts and stuff, and the inserters or the machines. I think we're maximizing. Are we maximizing inserter speed? Oh, we have a lot of different bottlenecks. Okay, let's see. These produce at a much higher rate than I thought. I guess that's the whole reason we have this weird-ass design, though. Okay, so these actually have, I think, too much copper, but we do have a couple options here. So I was thinking we could replace these with what are they called? Efficiency modules, right? That would decrease the amount of energy we use. However, the prod modules might actually be good here because there's a chance that they decrease the amount of drills I need by a significant margin. It might not actually be possible to get enough coal without it, or copper without it. Yo, hello Toporoko, welcome. Let's see what this is saying. These numbers are so meaningless right now. There's so many. Okay, this is saying we have 6,000. We need 6,000 copper per second, 3,600 iron per second. Those numbers don't mean anything to me. I think we need to look at another value, huh? How? There's not a great way to replace these, is there? No, there's not. Okay, we will look at a small subsection of it then, because I do not want to have to figure this out. Okay, this is the perfect ratio of resources, though. I'm not technically clicked on the right machine, the furnaces, but it's fine. Actually, yeah, it's fine. Let's do rate calculator too. Okay, so this consumes... That makes way more sense. I was wondering why the numbers were so high. They were in per minute. Okay, this makes 1.875 copper per second, 1.25 iron per second. It has a surplus of... It does have a very significant surplus of furnaces, actually. So what is the difference if I use efficiency modules here? Does it still run? Ah, wait. Why is that so many? There we go. That was weird. Okay, let's put speed mods. Not speed mods in it, sorry, efficiency modules. I think we don't save a ton of energy this way, but I mean if it's a simple enough fix, it seems worth it. But, like I said, it might increase the amount of drills we need by too much. Okay, now we can do rate calculator. Why is the number the same? Right, because it's we need to look at the net rate, don't we? So we need to compare it to this value. So this is a surplus of 1 copper per second. This is a surplus of, or this is a surplus of 2 copper per second. This is a surplus of 3. So what is that? Like a 20% difference? This is what I don't get. Why does that? What is it looking at? No, it's looking at the assembly machines, not the furnaces. Rate calculator is awful. I mean, it's not. It's very useful. It just, I have a very specific, very weird bottlenecks with all of my designs that make it that rate calculator is almost never useful. Let's do analysis zone. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need a smaller subsection to look at. Yeah, I think productivity modules are the strat. Because what's the power difference, right? The power difference is 75 kilowatts. Okay, that's actually pretty big, especially for things that have an uptime. Well, these only have an uptime of like 30%. It just sums up all the recipes. Got to do the throughput math yourself. Yeah, that's the hard part though. The throughput is the only thing that matters. It doesn't do anything. I think we've used it for, okay, it was useful for yellow and purple science. We'll give it that. Maybe I should do a test with a number of circuits, see if that changes. But yeah, basically, if I put efficiency modules here, we're decreasing the power outpost of the power requirement of this outpost by, I have no idea how much. Absolutely no idea how much. Because these don't run full speed. Now because they're iron limited. which is why this math is so hard. So these are running at, let's say 50% speed, 50% speed, and 20% speed. So that means this is only 3/4 of an assembler. So we can say this is equivalent to 750 kilowatts and this is 500. So that's 1.2 megawatts for this design. Whereas this design uses, let's just call that 100 and 500. Okay, so this is half the power. That's actually a lot, isn't it? That's pretty substantial. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller. Yeah, I thought the difference was going to be very small. Like, I know efficiency modules decrease the power consumption by, like, 80%. So I kind of just assumed that we were closer to idling these, but these are actually running a lot more than I thought. So that's significant. That is 1.5. Well, okay, it's not quite half power. Well, let's be conservative. Let's say it's 30% less power, right? That is an entire gigawatt of steam engines that I need less. That's a lot. But I don't know if I'll run into UPS problems. Well, I don't think I'd run into UPS problems. I'll just need to make one more outpost to make up for it. I think the overall performance is probably going to be similar. I mean, I do get a little bit less out of these drills, but 1/3 of the steam engines is a lot. Okay, and then let's actually check the production. 172, 171. Okay, so production is identical, which makes sense. They're iron limited. The modules here do nothing but extend how far the copper belt goes, and I don't think that matters. Well, it might matter. So yeah, that is something to consider. How do I actually look at the power requirements? Also, do I still have the insert module mode? No, I don't. What is this? Ooh, it's the tape measure mod. Okay, can you upgrade modules to a different type of module? Oh, you can. Oh wait, hold up. That's pretty nice then. Oh, this is so manual to test, but it is still nice. Okay, so we are going to blueprint this. We are going to test one section of it. We'll call it. We can't blueprint this. This is consuming power. Okay, we will delete the world. There we go. Oh no. Why did I do that? Oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it wasn't great. We are dropping like 5 UPS while we're deleting it, but we did get rid of them. That's the important thing. Okay, we will cut this half as well. We don't need it. Okay, what are you actually consuming? That fluctuates so much. That's like look at this like almost perfect sine curve. I like it. Well, okay, it maybe not almost perfect. It fluctuates a ton. But you get like huge power spikes because the assemblers idle so often, and then you get like a productivity bonus, and then they idle a little bit less for a brief moment. But we can say it looks to be about 60. We can say it averages about 60 megawatts, right? Yeah, so that's with just prod modules. Why do I still have this on? Wait, how many can I make? Ooh. I thought it always replaced it. Okay, that wasn't a perfect... How do we... There has to be a pattern. But... Oh, wait. Where's the instant upgrading? Wait, what? Interesting. Whatever, we'll just reprint it. Not a huge deal. Yeah, I think our best bet is to just manually upgrade these. That's fine. I have no idea how I'll do performance tests with this. I guess I could do... I mean, there are ways to do a performance test with this. I just can't really... Wait, am I upgrading it correctly? Yes, I am. Yeah, there obviously is a performance difference between two separate builds. I just don't know if it's going to be significant. Because, like, how do you test that? How do you compare a third size power plant to, like, the performance of one more outpost? That's not really a direct comparison that I can think of how to test, other than making an entire base and then making an entire other base with the new design. And maybe that's how you test it. Maybe that's just what I have to do. Okay. Moment of truth. That was anticlimactic. Okay, start time is going to be really high, but that's fine. We do expect it to take like 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, no, we expect it to take about 5... Yeah, it's about 5 to 10 minutes to start an outpost is the expected value. We can speed it up if we really wanted to. We'll actually probably design it so that way it can be sped up with this, because the way we have it right now, it can only be sped up by this, fueled by this section, but that idles 30% of the chemical plants. Actually, even more, right? Actually, no, this is a whole belt. So yeah, we just need to, if we send this over, that increases the start time, or decreases the start time by a sizable enough amount. Wow, it's so low with half a belt of coal. We might end up making more. We might end up making more refineries. Because the thing is, they are bad for performance initially, like when they're starting, but once the belt backs up, they're pretty much, they're not a huge drain on resources, I don't think. Most things don't tend to be. But yeah, this is a 20-minute start time. And it's still not fully started, although these ones just might not be connected. Nope, it just takes this long. Okay, we're just gonna give it... Wow, it's been, I think, 10 minutes of game time right now. 10 to 15 minutes of game time. Is there really that little solid fuel going towards this? I thought we had way more. What's it limited by? Oh, I see. Okay, this explains a lot. That is a pretty significant chunk of our petroleum not running. Okay. Yeah, that's like a third. And when you take into account constant consumption, a third is probably like half the coal. That probably means like half the solid fuel is making it here. Okay, start time should be way faster now. Yeah, that's nicer. There we go. That's the stuff. It's actually starting. How is that possible? What? What? That shouldn't be possible. In what world can a burner inserter brown itself out while grabbing from an assembling machine that only moves solid fuel? I can't explain that. Oh my gosh, this is still starting. Okay, yeah, we'll have to redo that. This is 30-minute start time is a bit much. We need more solid fuel. Okay. Very manageable. These things are fairly cheap. It's just a matter of we have to set them up. Browning out due to existential dread. That's probably it. It's not brown out. It's burnout. It's overwhelmed by life. Okay, is everything better now? 4K per minute. Okay, is that what I expect? 4 times 60. Yeah, 250k. Okay. This is producing at full speed. Awesome. It only took 40 minutes of game time. Yeah, we need we need more production. This has literally filled up a tenth of its buffer before this has produced anything. Okay, what were we testing here? We were looking at the power requirement, right? Seeing if my estimate was right at all. Oh, okay, so we go from about 60 megawatts to about 35. These are going to be consuming a lot, so I guess this power requirement isn't lower. So we can't say it's half. We can say it's 45. Let's say it's 45 out of 75. 60%. That's a lot. How many of these is that? How much does this produce? 76. I want to say this is 150 megawatts, right? Why am I trying to do math? It's literally right there, 137 megawatts. So yeah, that's pretty significant. We would save, our goal right now, we have 9 of these times 3. We have 30 of these. At the moment, we have 30 of these. We could make do with 20. That's a lot less. Is that right? Is that all we're using? 137 or 3,000 divided by 137? Yeah, about... Actually, no, 20. We would go from about 20 to 15. Is that significant? I don't know if that's significant. It sounds significant when I think about it in terms of like gigawatts and the fact that I would need a third of the amount of water pumps, but it really doesn't. I doubt it. I doubt it matters that much overall. The real question is, what am I bottlenecked at the end? Still bottlenecked by iron, actually. Except for over here, where I'm bottlenecked by copper. Okay, so we are probably getting less production. Why is that? Oh, I should go then. I didn't realize the time. That means it's been 3 hours. Also, I need to figure out how to stop that. I just made an account there because people keep talking. I've seen people talk about it before. I was like, oh, I'll set that up as an alternative. People don't have... Actually, I don't know if it is an alternative to PayPal, because I think it also uses PayPal. Either way, I need to get rid of it. Anyway, that's it for me today. Honestly, we made good progress. I'm going to save this as Burner 100 efficiency moduled outposts. Sure. I won't be able to find that. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back Thursday, assuming everything goes well. And then I think this is the last Friday I'll be streaming for like until May. Not like last day, just the last Friday. I'm pretty sure Fridays are booked for like the next 2 months for me. Or maybe it's just this Friday and then it switches to a different day. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to stream Fridays for a while because of some appointments. Did I save this? Yes, I did. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.